I called into dispatch and I picked up a couple extra tickets. They ended up being all-day escalations. Went to the first one, helped them out, fixed their problem that they had, called my next customer. They didn't answer the phone, so usually it's a 30-minute call before we head on site. My name's RJ Gallegos. I work for GCI. I've been working there for about 13 years now in the field services department. Drove over to their house after the 30 minutes and knocked on the door. And that's who I was, GCI. I was here to fix his TV. So he opened up the door. He wasn't the actual customer. He was just staying at the house. I asked him if he noticed they were having a problem with the television or not. That's what I was there to fix. And he said he wasn't sure, but that I could come in and take a look. And that's when I noticed the other fellow on the couch. He's actually just in his underwear, laying there, kind of twitching. You could tell he was struggling to breathe. And I asked the guy that opened the door, or kind of mentioned, looking over at him, and his first thing he said was, "I think he does this." Like it was a normal thing. I kind of looked at him like it doesn't really seem normal to me, but he kept looking down at his phone. And he looked up at me and he said, "What would I do?" And I looked at him and I said, "I'd probably call for help." And he looked down at his phone again, which he's holding, and he said, he asked me if I'd mind calling. When I got on the phone with 911 dispatch, they immediately asked if I could perform CPR on him. Once they arrived, they tackled me out of the way and took over chest compressions, and went outside to wait. The officer came out and we talked about the situation, let him know about the guy that opened the door. He then said that, asked me what guy, because he had left, he had took off. At that time, the paramedic came over to me and told me he was still breathing because of what I did for him, and said they were going to take him down to the hospital. I actually haven't heard anything back since then. I don't even know the gentleman's name or anything like that. Went back over to my truck, called my boss, so I asked him what do you want me to do with the trouble ticket because I wasn't able to fix the TV. Went on to that third ticket that I'd picked up earlier in the day. Ended up on Hillside pulling a new piece of cable through the woods about an hour later.